Hey everyone, this is the traffic guard speaking. I am sitting here thinking about that big old stop sign. They don't have those in Palestine. I am also thinking about my buddy Mikey. He worked the next corner, but it wasn't directing traffic. He was there casing houses. He got some of his best scores right around the school I worked at. And you better not say anything about Mrs. Guard. I will come tickle you to oblivion. She is not home. She is out washing for public safety's car. And then we'll head to Stone Vet's house to wipe all of the residue off the walls and take his beer bottles to the curb. It's a good bit of side money for us is retirement from the guard. I hope you wouldn't mind listening the tale of my deep love for my wife, Mrs. Guard. To many, Mrs. Guard may seem unremarkable, but to me, she's a treasure beyond compare. Her eyes are big and luminous, like shimmering pools that reflect the depth of her soul. When she looks at me, I am cherished in a way that words cannot express. Those eyes, they hold the secrets of our shared life, the laughter, the tears, the dreams. Mrs. Guard's slender frame, though not adorned with curves that society celebrates, carries a grace that captivates me. It's as if every movement she makes is a dance, and her smile, it's like a burst of sunlight breaking through the clouds. What makes her uniquely beautiful in my eyes are the little details that others might overlook. The curls that grace her underarms and legs, they're not flaws to me. They're a part of her, a reminder of her natural beauty and authenticity. I love to tease her about them, and her laughter is music to my ears. Our moments together are sacred. I cherish the nights when Mrs. Guard lies beside me and gives me the opportunity to smell the scent of work, the unspoken bond that binds us together. And then there are the practical aspects of our love, the moments when I help Mrs. Guard with her yearly bath. It's a ritual that fills me with excitement, a chance to care for her in a tangible way. I eagerly gather the supplies, including the Dawn soap, to remove the motor oil from her hair, relishing in the opportunity to show her just how much she means to me. Even the simple act of removing the layers of dry skin from her body is an expression of our love, a reminder that I'm here for her through thick and thin. To some it may seem mundane, but to me it's so sexy. In the eyes of the world, our love may seem unconventional, even strange. But to us, it's perfect devotion. She is so special Olympics to me. My wife and I were talking about my love for aviation, being I am from where one of the biggest Air Force museums are. It went like this. I showed my excitement as I said that there's nothing quite like the thrill of taking to the skies. She said in a seductive voice, "Big Guardapoo, you're talking about airplanes again, aren't you?" I am guilty as charged, my dear. Aviation has always been my passion, just like burglaries and hitting that hair on has been my pal Mikey's. She seemed exasperated as she said, "You always talk about it as if you've flown every plane in the sky." I replied with, "Oh, I have, my love, in here. Imagination is a powerful thing." She seemed confused and asked me what I mean. I told her that Headguard thinks that every plane tells a story. The sleek lines of a Spitfire slicing through the clouds, the thunderous roar of a B-17 bomber on a mission in World War II. She didn't know this, but I was watching Band of Brothers. I told her also that I flew with Colonel Hal Moore in Nam. She told me in all these years that she didn't know that I was such a plane enthusiast. I responded by stating that it's more than just a hobby, my dear. It's a way of life. The freedom, the adventure, there's nothing quite like it. Of course, she asked, "Have you ever flown a plane yourself?" I then smiled really big, showing my nub teeth, and said, "Oh, many times, in my mind, that is. Flying high, soaring through the clouds, feeling the wind beneath my wings. I'm the Top Gun, baby. I am your Maverick, sure." She smiled and then told me it was amazing how much I love flying planes. I then took out my toy plane. She then called me a big liar, as pelted me in the nads with one of the toy swords from when I was on the school crossing honor guard. I even got the Guard of the Year for being proactive and repainting the lines. The last item on my agenda is I want to address the monkey in the room. No, Mrs. Guard is now at Angry Vet's house running her hands through his hair. I want to show my ever-loving support for the people of Palestine, and I have strong hopes that good old Joe Biden will win the presidency. I have interviewed for the Supreme Allied Crossing Guard for the White House. I don't want my new job to be short-term. Thank you all for listening. And to all guards, I salute you now that all of the buses have left the school. Until next time, this is Chief Guard. I'm out.